We looking like this because this is our second time film. We had to film this over.
The whole entire
video. How ghetto is that?
Shout out to you, iPhone. Shout out to you, Apple.
Steve Jobs would never, okay? Do you hear me?
Because we had to film this over. Okay? All right? Just so you know, this is our second video, and we were almost done. Okay?
Period.
So that's all.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to our channel. It is Kicking It with TNA.
I'm Tiff.
I'm Adriana.
So today we're going to be talking about
Black love.
Why was I about to do that? We
talking about black love.
We talk about black love.
Because it's Black History Month.
For Black History Month. And it's Love Month. You know what I'm saying? So because it's Love Weekend, I hope y'all out here. We having a Valentines. So I hope that y'all are out here spreading love, spreading cheer, spreading joy.
And if your man and if whoever you talking to text you on the day after Valentine's, cut him off too.
Sis, you need to go block him now.
Cut him off.
Block him now. If he got into an argument with you this weekend or earlier this week, that was on purpose.
Okay, he gotta go spend time with the real one.
Side piece. Getting a little time too. But then again, you could be the side piece. Same thing for you fellas. If she got into an argument, she did not want to hang out with you, and it's another person she wouldn't hang out with. I'm just telling you what I'm talking about. Telling you what I know.
But anyway, we're not here to destroy any homes.
We just playing. No.
We ain't playing.
But anyways,
though.
We here to talk about black love, y'all, because black love is a beautiful thing.
Black love is a beautiful thing.
You know,
black love is a
black
beautiful
me,
thing. Hey.
Afro Latino me. Because I like y'all, Afro Latinos. Y'all fine. I like black men too, don't get me wrong. Black brothers, I love y'all too. No discrimination. But I love me an Afro Latino too. But shout out to my black brothers, because this is Black Love for Black History Month. Heavy on the black. Okay. So what we're doing is we're talking about black love and the dynamics of black love. And we're giving y'all 5 of our couples. We're not choosing local couples because we don't want to get nobody upset just in case they don't make the list. Because we do have 5 couples that we actually know. Well, not 5 couples, but we actually have couples that we actually know that we like. But we don't want to make anybody feel bad. So
I'm not time for nobody calling my phone. I'm not in that space right now.
Girl. So saying we didn't get a shout out on your channel. So
It's okay.
anyway. But no, so we're giving y'all 5 couples, 5 famous couples, whether in real life or TV couples or movie couples. So we giving that to y'all. And we're going to start right now. So, what is the definition of black love? Now, I'll give you that. Throw me under the bus again.
Well, my definition for black love.
I'm going to leave now.
Is this mic on? No, just fine. But my definition, our definition for black love is just.
Y'all probably gonna hear me cracking on this ice. I'm sorry.
Y'all here. Our definition for black love is just 2 beautiful, souls that complement each other, and that they just, blend so well together. And their love for each other is displayed through, the way that they look. Because when you're loved properly, like, you look different. It affects your inner and it affects your outer. Well, really, it's your inner that's being satisfied, and it starts to show through your outer. And mean is how you treat people. It affects, your kids. Like if you're married and y'all have kids together, like you can see the love in the kids.
Even
and
before you get married.
Right. Yeah, the friendships, like everything. And it's just like such a beautiful thing to, see and experience, Black love. And just like the dynamics of today, how I love now that how society and how the culture is starting to make it okay to show your Black love, to show your mate some love, to be a Black man and to say, I love my Black wife. I love my Black woman. I love, it's like, it's okay because we went through that period of where it was like poison to, show how much you love, saying your Black wife. And now that we're in an era where everybody's just displaying their love for their mate, that's within the culture, and I love it. And yeah, so we're
gonna dive into our favorite couples, you guys.
Number 1, we have
that's me. Claire and Cliff Huxtable. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what y'all say. This our list, not yours. Claire and Cliff Huxtable, man, they complimented each other. They were 2 hardworking parents, and it was nice to see a Black family on television at that time, an all Black family, and they're not struggling, they're not on the come up, but they just legitimately living together. One is a doctor, one is a lawyer, and they coming together and raising their kids together. And you see the trials and tribulations that they go through as a family, but they showed you how to balance each other out. Like, they really balanced each other out, and they had fun together. They were married for 25 years and still had fun together. And I think he complimented her and she complimented him. Like, she was a lawyer, so she was straight and direct to the point, whereas Cliff, he was, the fun-loving guy, so he caused her to have fun in their marriage. So I think it's about, a lot of people say opposites attract, but I really think, they do. Opposites do attract sometimes, and I think that just them coming together and having the same mindset. They both went to college, so they wanted to raise their kids like that. Obviously, we know Denise didn't go to college, but still, they were both open to work with her and deal with her on that level. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's about having someone that balances you on layers, not just on the surface, but on layers. And one of those is balanced mentally and knowing where you're trying to go and knowing where you are. Because when they started dating, they were kids. So they weren't in school. She missed her prom because he was doing rounds, because he was in medical school. So I think it's just knowing where you're trying to go and having somebody that is on that same level.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just feel like with them, it was more so, it just gave the culture a look at, yeah, you can be successful. You can live in a nice apartment in, New York City.
They live in a house.
Well, yeah, you can have the nice house in New York City. Like, you can go to school. Like, it gave that because in that time and era, like, you really wasn't seeing that on TV. Because
Black people.
Right, because the only thing that they had was good times, so they was stuck in the ghetto.
They were struggling.
So to see this couple that had, made it.
Nobody's alcohol.
Right, nobody, none of that.
Drug addicts.
So it was like so refreshing, and I think that like kind of like in that era, in that time, kind of gave the culture like, oh yeah, we can do this. Like, you can have the family, like 2 people can be married and standing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have a family.
And
the mother and the father in the household together, like, we can really do this
and stay with each other.
Exactly,
because their parents were together for long times, like 60 years. Their parents were together for a long time. Both parents, like both set of parents, having both of those grandparents to look at as well. Like, they really raised their kids in a village. So yeah, it was like, yeah. Like Kim said, it takes a village to raise a child.
Period.
Kim crazy. Next couple. It's on you.
Oh, so the next couple would be Martin and Gina. Like, I love Martin and Gina because they are two different people, come from two different upbringing. You know, Gina coming from a 2-parent household, Martin coming from a single-parent household. Gina is working in corporate America. Martin is, you know, your local DJ, and you know he go through that little thing where he's not DJing, he's trying to find himself. And what I love most about it is that even though when he had that little mishap, when he was trying to find himself and find out who he is, you know, who he was as a man, like, Gina was right there with him. And, you know,
even when her mom was like,
right, even when her mom didn't want her and her dad, her dad was like, no, you don't need nobody. Yep. But she was like,
on your level.
Right. But she saw, you know,
Pam said the same thing.
Right. And she saw the potential that he had or whatever. But the thing, even though she saw it, she realized that he had to want it as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's what I love the most about it. And they were a fun couple. Like, it was just so young and vibrant. And, you know, just to see, like, how their relationship blossomed. So.
But at the same time, you talk about her seeing the potential. Like you said, she had to see that he had to want it himself, but he also had to allow this woman who was more established to come in and help him level up. You know, a lot of men be intimidated by that. They be intimidated when you got multiple degrees and you're established and you're doing your thing. They be intimidated by it. Whereas he was like, okay, she fine, I want her, even though she may be more established than me. It hurt him, his pride, obviously. It hurt his pride when he didn't have no job no more. And he was trying to figure it out. Like, he pushed her away, basically, because he was like, I have nothing. So why you want to be with me? So as a man, and even as a person, you, of course, you gonna question yourself and question, like, should this person be with me because I can't give them anything? And then as a man, you really feel like you can't give them anything because you can't take care of the woman. You can't pay for the date. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as a man, you feel some type of way, but he allowed this woman to help him level up. And even when he tried to push her away, she said, I'm still here for you. So, and, you know, that was one of those couples. Again, don't get it twisted though and get caught up in potential now. Don't get stuck on that, because potential can potentially drain you. But our
next couple would be Khadija and Scooter, aka Terrence. So,
okay. Scooter and Khadija, I love them. Like, they had this playful relationship. You know, they met, they grew up when they was kids. You know, he called Regine, what was her nickname? Nay. So, I mean, they had a cute, playful relationship, and it was beautiful. They were friends. And that's the thing that I want. I want to be friends with my man. Like, I want him to be my homeboy. I want to be able to holler at him like, yo, let me tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to be my homeboy, even though he's my man. So it was cute. But at the same time, they had certain fears that caused them from going forward for so many seasons. You know, we see him on season 1. You know, baby, I'm back at the end of season 1, you know, and so he was coming in and out of her life, and you know, every time he still was like, that's my song, but he still was like, I want to be with you no matter where I am. I want to be with you. And that's another thing. If a person want to be with you, they want to be with you. They gonna make time for you. So he said anywhere, you know, I want to be with you. Whereas she felt some type of way. She was afraid. She was afraid of the unknown. So that stopped them from going forward a lot of the time. So, you know, you have to deal with yourself and you have to step out on faith. If you really love this person and you believe that this person is for you, step out on faith. Because that's black love, man. Step out on faith.
Step out on faith and not stupidity.
Now, that's true. That's true. Break that concept down.
I had drank some water.
She sips water.
I had drank some water behind it. What I mean when I say that is you got to make sure that your partner wants the same thing, because sometimes we'll find ourselves trying to rearrange our whole entire life, and that person don't even. That's not even on that person's mind. Like they not even showing you that they care that you're doing it. Like you can,
and they wouldn't do it for you.
And they wouldn't do it for you. So it's like that's why I mean step out on. Let it be faith and not stupidity. Because a lot of times we'll try to do stuff just to rearrange our entire life just for that one person, and they can't even give you no ketchup for your French fries. So yeah, that's what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm. That was cute.
So yeah,
but yeah, so you know, he constantly chose his career over her. She also chose her career over him. You know, she didn't want to move because her career was there. Even when he moved to New York City, they still couldn't get it together. You know, she was being insecure and worried about other things, and you know, him being gone all the time. She wanted him there, and it's like y'all have the connection. This is his job. He's going to travel. You already know that. But see, here was the thing. She was used to being in control because she had a magazine that she could travel anywhere because she owned it. She owned the magazine. She didn't have to be there to run her magazine. Because as we saw in the episode, when she called and said, hey, put this to the printer with this coming out. And then he was like, your magazine don't come out until Thursday. She was like, no, I'm the owner. It can come out when I tell it to come out. So she didn't have to be there. She could have had someone there to run the office physically, and she could do it elsewhere. So, again, it's all about what you're willing to do for your partner. You got to have what? Compromise. Don't compromise on your standards, but certain things. Compromise.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you see, be friends with your lover. Have compromise. Communication.
Because the great...
And the same mindset. Be after the same things. Next couple. Max and Kyle, child. Go ahead. Because you know how I feel.
Max and Kyle is a tale of two people fighting their truth. Two people fighting their truth. Like, they know they like each other. But I think Kyle surrendered before Max did. Because if you are a fan of Living Single, like, y'all already know, like, how this whole little their whole little relationship went about. Like,
it was based on sex. It started on sex. Okay?
But we can't say that.
Sex started it.
I think no.
I mean, there may have been underlying feelings, but
Exactly.
Sex started the relationship.
The underlying feelings develop into sex.
Y'all already know how I feel about having a friend as a therapist, or a therapist as a friend.
It's the underlying issues that led them to having sex.
Underlying issues or the feelings?
The feelings.
Because they had a lot of issues.
Yeah, they had a lot of issues, but it was like the underlying feelings that they had for one another, which led to sex. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can toot your nose up all you want, but that's just...
I mean, you can feel how you feel.
I mean...
You entitled.
That's just my opinion, and...
That's your take.
And also, like, towards the end of the series, like, when Max got pregnant out of all the sperm in the sperm bank, she ended up with Kyle. And to me,
that's TV.
I know that's TV, but fam, we can't... Okay, yeah, that is
that's
TV.
Come on now.
That is TV.
You ain't finna walk in no
but,
anonymous donor.
I know that's TV, but what I'm saying is, if you are destined to be with somebody, you're gonna be with them.
That's facts. That's not what I'm saying. I ain't saying I don't agree with that. I'm just saying that part of it is TV.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, if you're destined to be with somebody, if y'all meant to be, but you can sabotage it because she was constantly sabotaging. She didn't want to go to
she didn't want to lose control.
She didn't want to go to London. You know, this man confessed his love for her multiple times, and still she would do stuff like it was all about the sex for her. It was all about a game for her. She was more petty than anything. Mm-hmm. She was willing to be petty, so she had to mature and grow up. Again, deal with yourself while you're trying to deal with the relationship. Don't forget to continue to grow and elevate as yourself. Don't forget to continue to grow. You grow as a couple, but you also need to grow as an individual too, mature as an individual, because she was not mature. And he wasn't either, because he went back and forth with her. But at the same time, Kyle and Max had a very childlike relationship, because when you're kids, you pick on the person you like. So they picked on each other. They made fun of each other. They roasted each other. But deep down inside, they liked each other and wanted to be with each other. Because anytime he was dating somebody else, she wanted to sabotage it. Anytime she was dating somebody, he wanted to sabotage it. So even though they act like, oh, I want you to be with somebody else. Oh, I want you to talk to somebody else. Some of y'all got relationships like that. Like today. Drop it in the comments. Y'all got relationships like that. Girl. It's the people that can't sing that constantly sing.
Okay. Y'all, look, our followers know.
Day long.
Our followers know that I can't
not
sing.
with her all day. Y'all talk to her all day. She sing all day. Okay? It don't matter what you say. You can say, I gotta sneeze. She got a song for me.
I gotta sneeze.
See what I'm saying? I can say, I want some candy. Candy. See? Candy. See what I mean? I can say it's raining outside.
Rain
baby, can
down.
you stand up?
I'm about to say rain down. It's the BB. But since it's sad, then rain down on me, let it fall on me. Look at her singing along.
It's rubbed off on me, y'all.
It's just singing along for me.
Y'all. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do the next couple.
Go.
Okay, next couple. Beyonce and Idris Elba. And what's the name of the movie? Obsessed. Baby, I just want to name them real quick. Cause how she handled him when she got back to their house. She said, you can get your prophylaxis if you think you need them. And she said, and you can get the hell on. She said, and he said, and go where, Sharon? She said, to hell. But until then, I suggest maybe the 4 Seasons. That's a real woman. The way she handled that. That's all I'm saying.
So that's like one of your best couple scenes.
That's one of my favorite scenes, y'all.
Okay.
I just want to throw that in there. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, next couple for real.
Barack and Michelle.
The Obamas.
The Obamas. Our forever.
That's my forever first lady. It was but a dream.
Martin.
Okay. Look, y'all see how it done rubbed off on me? Why am I saying like them? They balance each other out. I think she allowed him to be president. She allowed him to walk in, what he was and do his job and everything like that, and I think she stood alongside him, I like the fact that he never told her to get in the back seat. He allowed her to be right on the side of him, roll with me. And they did that well. I mean, she did it with poise and grace and dignity, and I just love that about them. And he did it like a champ, you know what I'm saying? Being the first black couple there, that was beautiful. And then also, I like the fact that he never chose the presidency over her. I like the fact that he was always her husband. Being the president was his job, but he was always her husband. And I love the fact that he did that. I love the fact that he never told her, I'm the president, you just got to be a regular old first lady. He allowed her to just go do her thing. And, she showed, like, listen, I'm not just his wife. I do my thing. So I felt like and then they raised their kids in the midst of all of that too. And she still held it down like a family, you know what I'm saying? Not just a political, yes, we the first black family, but we a family for real. So I love that. So they were really, I really like them, and they really complement each other, and I love their love story. Love how they came together. I love the family. Forever my president, forever my first lady.
What I love most about their relationship is that every Friday night, they always had date night. And it didn't matter where he was in the world or what was going on. They established every Friday night, that's date night. And that was their thing before he became president. And so for him to continue that tradition that they have, that says a lot about him. It doesn't matter. I don't care how I'm the busiest man in the world, but I finna make time for my wife. You know what I'm saying? And for two, this is for people who are dating, and even people who are single and you want to add something, you should add this. It doesn't matter what your mate is doing and how busy they're professing that they are. If they want to be with you and make time for you, they would do just that.
Especially during the talking stage.
Yes.
The dating stage. Before y'all official.
Exactly. Nothing will stop them from being with you. So it doesn't matter how busy they are. If Barack Obama can make time for Michelle and he was the president of the United States and these folk was running amok, your significant other can make time for you. They ain't that busy. Okay? Period.
Well, next. I love this one. It ain't our favorite couple by far at all, but this is our favorite couple to talk about, but it's definitely not the best couple at all. Issa and Daniel. I'm just playing. Cause Daniel fine. Hey, I don't know your real name. I know you're Nigerian. Hi. Okay, anyways, Issa and Lawrence.
This is not the flavor of Tiff.
I was going to say something, but okay.
I want to be for the love of New York. Hallelujah.
Next couple, Issa and Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay, y'all. So here's the thing. Okay, y'all. Because I love their relationship.
Toxicity of their relationship.
Okay, I love this last part, but everything in the beginning.
Girl, let me tell y'all, she watched this episode over and over again.
I may watch it tonight just because we're talking about it. But with their relationship, I just feel like the reason why it worked when they came back together is because both of them went away. They broke up, of course, and Lawrence had to learn how to be sufficient and to be a man, for himself. Not for Issa, not for anybody else, but he has to learn how to be a man for himself. And so he had to, go through what he went through. And Issa had to, go through what she went through. It caused for both of them to level up, in the sense, and the fact that, they level up, then they crossed paths again. And so, they got back together. I believe sometimes people have to go apart to grow up in order to come back together. That's just something that I believe. That's just,
Okay, for me, I like to talk about their relationship because there were so many levels to it. When Insecure starts, Issa has a job and Lawrence doesn't. Obviously he has an unemployment check that comes in or whatever, but and they're not living in the area and in the place that they want to be. She's unhappy at work. She's dealing with stuff at work, and when she comes home, the house is not clean. The house is dirty, and he been home all day long. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Let's get out of the fact that instead of thinking women should be the only ones cleaning, women should be the only ones cooking, women should be the only ones doing laundry, women should do this, men should do this, men should do. Let's get out of that, okay? Let's not do that. We in 2021. Let's leave that before 2021. Because if you're home all day, when she gets home, there should be a meal waiting for her. Just like a man will do that, a man will expect that. There should be a meal waiting for her. Because at the end of the day, he was at home all day. He had no job. So he should have had time to go to the grocery store, get groceries, get whatever she like or whatever, and just have it there just to show appreciation, or just to be like, I appreciate you holding me down.
Go ahead.
I appreciate you holding me down. You're the only one like working. And the thing is, he had this idea, and he had this dream, and he had this goal. And yeah, I understand, run after your dream, run after your goal, but while you're trying to get there, have a real job. Like, we are vloggers and bloggers and YouTubers, and I'm an author, and she's an entrepreneur, but we have real jobs as well, just until we get to the place where we want to be. You know what I'm saying? We have another job that can get us that can hold us over until we get to where we trying to be and trying to go. So, and of course they broke up because she cheated, and when they separated, that allowed for him to see himself, because he still didn't see himself. It took his friend saying, bro, you live with me, but you can't stay here forever. You got to get a job. You got to get off your ass, basically. And it took for him to realize, like, oh, you know what? I do need to go do this, and I do need to go do that. And to see, like, that's why she was feeling the way she was feeling. That's why, all of that happened. Of course, his pride was hurt, you know what I'm saying? And of course she was wrong. Don't get me wrong. But, it took, like she said, it took for them to separate, for them both to get it together. And that's why I said, when you're in your relationship, you must continue to work on you. You must continue to grow and mature yourself, because you can't just focus on that, because you lose yourself. So you also got to focus on your relationship and yourself at the same time. That way you can still feed into that relationship, because if you ain't feeding into this, you can't feed into that relationship.
And the reason why I was looking at you sideways is because, first of all, I mean, I get it, what they were doing, but nigga, you ain't finna be staying with me.
Well, no. I'm going based off of their relationship. Yeah. Like, no, that ain't mine.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, he said, that's where you messed up at, sis. You shouldn't.
But see, they had moved in together when both of them had a job.
True, yeah, right.
Like, both of them was.
But then when he lost his job, you should have said, what you finna do?
I ain't finna be done with paying bills.
What you finna do?
I know you get an unemployment check, but
okay, what you finna do? Right.
So you can come over, you can spend the night, but then you gotta go home. I need my space.
I need to be able to breathe.
Yeah, you can spend the night. I'm fine with that. You can spend the night. I don't care. But then you gotta go home. Like, we ain't finna play house.
You gotta get up out of here.
We ain't finna play house.
I was about to say it, but
you
okay, we're right now. Let's say.
And okay. Anyways, y'all.
But yeah, so
talking about black love, you guys.
Yes.
Those are some of the black couples from television, and there are other couples out there. You got Uncle Phil and Aunt Phil.
The dark skin Aunt Phil.
Yeah. No offense to any of the light skins, but dark skin Phil, she held it down. I love her.
Yeah, Frank and Dee.
I hate them.
I know. I'm being funny. That's why I said them.
I hate them. Mm-hmm. I really hate them.
QM Aisha.
I love them.
I like Moesha and Aaron though.
What?
You said Aaron.
What about them?
No, I'm saying I like them.
He was old. According to Moesha,
She was 17. What she didn't know no
he
better.
was a Kappa in college.
Oh, and what they got to do with it? You remember when you did me? All thugs. All thugs.
All thugs.
All thugs. Thugs. I'm talking my way because I ain't got nothing to say. All I can do is turn you into your probation officer. That's all I got. Want to go to jail? That's all I got.
Not want to go to jail.
All right. Anyways,
but
y'all,
that's black love, and that's the dynamics of black love. Again, it's beautiful. We love seeing it. You know, all of the beautiful couples and just all of the families and whatnot. But the dynamics are, you know, we talking about black love. So just having love for one another, first of all, liking your mate. Not just loving your mate.
I hope y'all ain't out here settling.
Don't stay with somebody just because it's comfortable.
Ooh.
Anyways, don't stay with somebody just because it's comfortable. Don't stay with somebody just because you're familiar. You know, really be in love with each other, and then, you know, have fun. Be balanced. You know what I'm saying? Balance each other out, and then have a best friend. You know what I'm saying? Let them be able to. You know, if you a rowdy type, have you somebody that's laid back. You know what I'm saying? That'll balance you out.
Chill out there.
I don't even need that. I need somebody that like will let me talk my trash. Look, I am not for the weak. Don't DM me if you weak, because I am not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? I definitely need a strong type to let me talk my trash. So you put
yourself out there now?
No, I need a strong type that'll let me talk my trash, and then he'll just be like, "You got it off your chest, you cool?" I'd be like, "I don't like you." So that's all. But anyways, y'all.
Okay. No. Okay, so all I wanted to say is before we, end this, video is that, it's okay to show, your black love. Don't let no one, cap it. And I feel like in this day and time and in this era, like, young kids needs to see black love. Like, it is so vital.
Look like them.
Yeah, they need to see people who look like them in love and enjoying
and
it.
Established.
Yes,
and professional.
Exactly.
And enjoying love at the same time.
Exactly. Like, people need to see that, because when you think about it, like, some kids, even like older people, like millennials, like people our age needs to see, you know what I'm saying, black love or whatever. So don't let, society cap you and say black love don't exist, because it really do. And for so long, people like tried to suppress, black love and didn't want to show it on TV or anything like that. They had you thinking that black love is you talking to an inmate or, a drug dealer or something like that. But there are professional people out here, and they are
sneaking to do it.
Or sneaking to do it. And, I just feel like we need to display and show that to kids, because that would be the only thing that they probably would see. Mm-hmm. So, to all the black couples out there, we are happy for you.